President Uhuru Kenyatta and his Somali counterpart Mohamed Farmaajo have agreed to normalize relations between the two countries after they agreed to hold talks on the simmering maritime border dispute. The two held their first face-to-face meeting since March on Tuesday night in New York, in a meeting that was brokered by Egypt's President Abdelfattah al-Sisi on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. Jamila Mohammed reports from New York.
As the UN General Assembly meeting continues in New York, a side meeting was organized between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Somalia's Mohamed Farmaajo. This seen as the first step in normalizing relations between the two sides, which have recently been going downhill over the maritime boundary dispute.
My administration continues to reach out to the Federal Republic of Somalia in an effort to find an amicable and sustainable solution to the maritime boundary disputes between us.
Hours later, in his address to the UN General Assembly, President Uhuru Kenyatta said dialogue is the best option in ending the dispute. However, it is important that Somalia is on the same page.
We remain hopeful that the federal government of Somalia will be amenable and committed to the search for a mutually acceptable and sustainable solution to this dispute.
The meeting between Uhuru and Farmaajo was brokered by AU Chairman and President of Egypt, Abdelfattah al-Sisi, after Kenya requested out-of-court negotiations through the continental bloc over the maritime boundary dispute.
He put us together, encouraged dialogue. Dialogue is what Kenya has always stood for.
The case, due for public hearing in November, is currently at the International Court of Justice.
Because we should not, as neighbors, be arguing about borders. We should be arguing about how are we going to provide services to our people? How are we going to have secure environment so that our people do not have to live in fear of al-Shabaab and other such issues?
Despite the all-important Egypt-mediated meeting between Uhuru Kenyatta and Mohamed Farmaajo, the November court date still looms large. It's just a wait-and-see game now to see whether the meeting will bear fruit or whether the legal option is still an option. Jamila Mohammed, Citizen TV in New York.